Change can be difficult. While his first season with Red Bull KTM was a success on paper,
Chase Sexton ends the year on top.
He did capture the AMA Pro Motocross Championship after all.
And he throws the ghost ride.
Chase Sexton knows he left a lot on the table in 2024. He sat down with James Stewart to discuss how he's improved.
It's been good so far. My second year on the team, obviously, I feel like I'm probably about 30% better than where I started last year. Because last year I didn't know going into A1 if I was going to be top 10. I was that bad. So
you can see the progression all year long. How much difference do you just feel on the motorcycle this year?
Coming off the Honda, getting on the KTM, I thought I was just going to get on it and go out there and win. Like there was no doubt in my mind until I started running into some problems, and I was like, my confidence honestly just went down the drain.
In the beginning of the season, it was challenging for us to pinpoint what he needed. Towards the end, we seemed to find a common ground with what he was needing and what we could deliver. And I think we're making headway.
So this is your third year coming into the playoffs. You got 2 different championships, but you also got to peak for the last 3 races. What makes it challenging?
It's hard because you want to win all of them, and that's obviously the goal. But you also have to be there throughout the whole season, and then the last 3 races, I've yet to finish that second moto. So this year the goal is to get through those last 3 playoffs. Last year we saw Jett win Supercross. I went outdoors, and obviously he won the SMX. He's obviously defending champion, so I like being in this position, kind of chasing a guy.
Some people would be like, Jett Lawrence is the guy. You went from being the guy, an injury, now you're trying to knock off somebody else. Like, how does that mindset, how do you feel?
If I'm at my best, I still don't think there's anyone that can beat me. Honestly, I'm just ready to go out there and trying to overcome this challenge.
This year we have an East Coast swing, which is nice, and we get to go to Pittsburgh for the first time. Are you looking forward to that part?
I was looking at the schedule actually. I'm like, man, they have a lot of races, and then in like the upper northern area, I might just have to buy a house up there and just camp. I don't know.
What is the motivation for Chase Sexton going into 2025?
I mean, the motivation's simple. It's just to win. I mean, I'm 25 now, but I still feel like I'm like 22, and feel like I have a lot to accomplish still. So 1 year older, more experienced, and more calm, honestly. Every year I come into this, I feel like I get more and more calm, and that's just honestly experience.
What is it about you that makes you so hard to beat?
I could be 10 seconds behind you, but I'm coming as hard as I can.
Here it is. He's got the lead. Last to first. Unbelievable.
So Chase Sexton just turned 25. The rider out Illinois is really in what should be the prime of his career, but facing some really steep competition. What are the prospects for him?
The prospects for Chase is, I mean, clearly a champion. Like he's won a Supercross title, he's won a Motocross title. I think for him, the way he's won those titles, just like those 250s, it's not satisfying for him because there's always been something. This year in the Motocross, Jett Lawrence was out. You could say Chase Sexton was probably the best person, but because Jett Lawrence was out, I think that kind of eats at him a little bit. So he's in a tough situation. I'm looking forward to seeing if he can rebound on the second year of the KTM. But yeah, Chase Sexton is a champion, but he's got a long road to go to back it up.
Yep, and Adam, you used to ride actually with Sexton, so you've seen his talent firsthand.
I have seen it, Weege, and I think there has been times where I don't think anybody can go faster on a motorcycle than Chase Sexton. He has that ability, he has that talent, and if there was no such thing as Jett Lawrence, he would be probably the guy in the sport. But he does have some work to do in terms of getting to that level. I think Jett is looked at as the guy, right? Coming off a Supercross championship. Chase was able to get the outdoor title, but I think it's about proving that he can do it week in, week out, beat somebody like Jett straight up and be the guy. And knowing Chase as well as I do and how competitive he is, I know that's really important to him, and I know he's not going to stop until he gets there.
So Chase Sexton has already won the Monster Energy Supercross leg of this championship in 2023 and the 2024 Pro Motocross Championship, but he wants the full SuperMotocross World Championship to seal himself as the top athlete in the sport. And if he doesn't do that, there's always more competition coming.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.